You didn't fold.
But for those of you guys that don't know, this guy to my right, Gabe, I've been knowing Gabe for a good amount of time now. You know, we sparred back.
A few years,
yeah. It's been about 5 years. 5 years. And I remember we went to Romo Gonzalez's Quadras fight back in the day.
Yeah. I still disagree with you, man. I still think Quadras.
He thought Quadras won. but I thought Cholatito.
That sounds like me and my son when we get into arguments hours on some fighters.
Yeah, he thought Quadras won because Quadras was doing a lot of shoot shot combinations.
Yeah, he was catching when he was popping him all fight long. It was nice, man.
Romo was backing him up. He had that man on his bike.
That's true.
He didn't want no smoke Romo Gonzalez.
That's true. Like you said, you gotta give credit where credit's due.
Credit is due, man.
It was a good fight, though.
It was a great fight. But now, Gabe, he went through a lot to get to his pro debut, so I'm happy that he just made his pro debut because, like, you know, it's funny. I go to a lot of these fights and I see a lot of fighters, but you don't really, I don't really know fighters as well as I know you. I haven't been in the ring with them. I haven't taken a punch from them. I haven't given them a punch, so it's a bit different when you really know them.
Yeah, I mean personally. Like, you shared the ring.
We shared the ring.
And you know it's important when Brandon sat through the whole fight, he didn't care. No disrespect to the Holyfields or anybody else. He says, I don't care what's going on. I'm not moving from this chair. I want to back up my man.
That's it, man. My man Gabe. Because I remember when I first started boxing, he was one of the first people I ever sparred, and that was like a very important part of my life, you know, and the fact that we got to share the ring, and you know, you were always one of the hardest workers in the gym. Always working hard, always giving your time to whoever wanted to learn about the sport of boxing.
I remember you turned me on too. Like we were sparring once, and you brought the heels. Like, all right, you want to bring the heel?
Yeah. We had some decent sparring.
And you know what's best about this whole thing? You're the first professional boxer that
ever sparred.
Yeah, respect. Yeah. So look at it.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I've had to put this video off for a little bit because, you know, I had to let my emotions get to a healthy place before I really could open up and talk about this on camera. But, you know, I believe it was last week, one of my friends in boxing, my dear friends in boxing, you know, I would definitely go as far as to say one of the most influential people as to why I love boxing the way I love boxing passed away last week, and that's my friend Gabriel Chacon from Canino's boxing gym. Now, this video is my tribute video to Gabriel Chacon because Gabriel Chacon is someone that, you know, I really that really influenced me, like to love this sport, and I want to kind of paint the picture of Gabriel, who he was, because he's no longer with us, and how he had an impact on me, you know. So first and foremost, you know, I'm 27 years old. I'm 27 years old right now, but when I was 19, I walked into a place called Canino's boxing gym, the only boxing gym in my hometown of Dania Beach, Florida. And you know, this place to me was a place of healing. This is a place where I really got to find who I was. This is a place that really pushed me forward in life. So I've always had a soft spot for Canino's boxing gym because it's my home gym. And you know, Bonnie Canino, you know, she was a pioneer in women's boxing. So this is her gym, along with Yvonne Reese, who was the first ever WBC middleweight women's champion. So it's like, I love that place. It has a really special and delicate place in my heart. And I remember I started boxing many years ago because, you know, just for training and stuff. Because, you know, when I was 19 years old, fresh out of high school, I was having a bit of an identity crisis in life. You know, I was trying to please a lot of people around me. I was trying to figure out what direction I wanted to go in. And in doing that, you know, I got really low. And I remember 2014-ish, yeah, like I had suicidal thoughts at one point. But then I realized, like, okay, all this anxiety and stress and all these depressing feelings that I had to take it, I had to channel it into something positive. So boxing, I was always a fan of boxing as a kid, but I never tried boxing until like I was 19 years old. So when I did try boxing, it literally changed my life. And the first person I ever met, that I ever trained with, the first person I ever met, the first person I ever trained with, the first person I ever sparred was Gabriel Chacon. Gabe was a good local amateur. He had fought Teofimo Lopez in the Florida Golden Globes around the time that I had met him. But Gabe, Gabriel Chacon, I just remember, man, like he was so inviting, and he was always like such a great person when it came to the giving his time to other people in the gym. So people like myself who were just starting boxing, he'd always be willing to work with guys like me. We had some good sparring sessions, as he said in the beginning of this video, man. Gabe was a good slick boxer, good jab, good footwork, good fundamentals. Me, when I first started boxing, I just had my balls and my determination, so I didn't really have a lot of skills when I first started out. So I just relied on guts and my balls, and it got me through some tough sparring sessions. But yeah, Gabe was one of these guys. Like over the years when I've done videos like this, like Coach Mel, Coach Tito Lopez, these guys that I've known personally, these are the people that have really influenced my love for boxing, that have really made me love this sport in a deep and a profound way. And Gabe is no different. Gabe, I remember the year was 2016. He wasn't living in South Florida no more, and he had moved to San Diego. So I remember when I went to the Charlatita versus Cuadras fight, I actually invited him to come out, and I got him a ticket. I bought him a ticket to go to the fight at the Forum. We met up at the Forum, and when he made his pro debut in 2020, in Daytona Beach, I was there to support him, and he didn't win, and he didn't really have a lot of success in his pro career for going by wins and losses. He was 0-3 as a pro. He lost some close fights. Gabe was a good fighter, very talented, but just mentally wasn't always the most on par. But he always loved being in the gym. He always loved helping people, and he helped me a lot. Those sparring sessions I had when we were younger, like 2014-ish, 2015-ish. They really helped me grow up and mature and develop as a man, and so for those times, I always thank Gabe. It's unfortunate how he passed, because it's like supposedly, he went to the beach to go swimming, because he goes to the beach a lot, and he wound up, I guess, drowning, which is weird because I know Gabe can swim. So they just found his body, and he was unconscious, and then he went into a coma, and he didn't wake up, so he's no longer with us. But he's always with me here. I haven't talked to Gabe for like 2 years, but every time I seen Gabe at fights, at the gym, at whatever, really, it was always love, and I've always loved Gabe, and like I said, I'll miss him a lot, because he's the fight. He was literally. I mean, before I met any of these people in the media or other coaches or anything, literally the first person I ever met in boxing, before I was even really covering boxing serious, was Gabe. Gabe and I shared the ring together, sparring. We went to war in the gym. He gave me advice on how to become a better fighter, and I just try to give him advice with how to deal with his thoughts a lot better. And it's a shame he had to go out like this, but I'll always remember him, because when I think back to those days when I was a 19-year-old young kid trying to find his way in life, trying to develop some character, trying to become a stronger person, a stronger man overall, one of the guys that really played a good role in helping me get to the mental state I'm in now, which is a lot more healthier than it was back in 2015 when I was 19 years old, is Gabe. And Gabe had a genuine love for the sport. I mean, I loved talking to him about fights and upcoming fights, because he really followed boxing. He really knew his boxing. He really followed boxing. And, he probably won't ever be a fighter that the world ever knows his name, because, like I said, he didn't have no brilliant pro career. He wasn't a creme de la creme, Olympic gold medalist, but he was a good local amateur, but just never wasn't like that. Probably should have been a better fighter than he turned out to be, but it is what it is. Sometimes legacy is not about wins and losses. It's about the people you impact along the way. And if you look at people, if you follow Gabe on Facebook or Bonnie Canino or anybody who just knows him on social media, Gabe had he had an impact on a lot of people. A lot of people are mourning his loss. I am too still. It's like one day somebody's here, the next time they're not. That's why you gotta really appreciate anybody that you say you care about, because they can be taken away in any circumstance, you know. So it's like I'm trying to like paint the picture to you guys who Gabriel Chacon was. He was a brilliant individual, loved to draw, a thinker, very analytical person, always fun to talk to, always insightful, loved boxing. And he's one of the guys I would definitely say, when we talk about the people that, if you want to know why I love boxing, why boxing is such a deep and profound thing for me, it comes back, it really comes back to your guys like Gabe, because that was really the genesis. That was the start. That was like, he was the first person that ever punched me in my damn mouth, and I would like vice versa. He was one of the first people I ever punched in his damn mouth, and we had a brilliant time in the ring together and training, and it was just great to see what boxing was all about. And he was one of the guys that when I started boxing, just to train and get my mental state right, he was the guy that really showed me like what boxing was all about. When I found out what boxing at its core was truly about, I never let go of it. Whether it would be, you know, maybe I didn't become a fighter like I had aspirations to become at one point, but I always stayed around it, and I always wanted to lend a helping hand to help the sport become in a better place. So with that being said, my dear buddy Gabe Chacon, may you rest in peace. May God comfort your family. And just know, if anybody comes across this video, whether it be now or in the future, just know that if it wasn't for guys like Gabriel Chacon, there might not even be a True School Sports, you know, and that's just speaking facts. So I'm going to let him rest in peace. He'll always be right here with me. And, you know, RIP Gabe. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.